guys, okay, this is going to be a talk through and this is going to be introducing my mini series that I'm doing here on my channel. So I've always been like very inspired by individual makeup artists, and by makeup artists I don't mean makeup enthusiasts or girls who are on YouTube necessarily who never done makeup artistry before on other people. I'm talking about the actual makeup artists who do techniques on other people, who do demos, who have done actual makeup artists on people for events and stuff like that. So because that's what I'm most interested in. I'm inspired by a select few all the time and I can't wait when they post new pictures. So this is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to recreate their signature look. So each of the people and each of the makeup artists who I follow, who I love, I'm going to try to recreate their signature look. So maybe this is a signature look they wear on themselves, or they wear on put on other girls, put on other guys. Whatever the case is, that's what I want to try to recreate on here and hopefully do them a little bit of justice. And so I've never really done this before. I've always kind of looked at their pictures and gone like, oh, that's really pretty, like I want to try that, but I've never actually tried it. So this is going to get me force me to really try their looks and to try to replicate a different makeup artist and in their specific technique and style. So I'm starting off with Angel Marino. He's on Instagram as Mac Daddy. I call him Mac Daddy just because that's how I want to say it. So Mac Daddy is a makeup artist. He has his own makeup line. He has like lip products, highlighting products, bunch of stuff. But this is like the look that I always see on his page and I'm always like, oh, I love it. It's something I try to do a lot, but I've never really gone all the way in and try to recreate like his exact look. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and like it and are digging this series, because I'm going to do just a few more and you guys will have to wait and see who I get inspired by. And also I would always encourage you guys to follow these people. Most likely you already do. If you're a makeup enthusiast, you probably have seen them before, but if you haven't, or if you're like, oh, I haven't heard of them before, follow them. They always inspire me and they always kind of get me to think about a technique in a different way or a product in a different way. It gets me excited, so hopefully it can get you excited too. Let's show you how I do this Angel Marino Mac Daddy face. I'm first using my primer for my eyes. This is from Benefit. I really like this one because it does have coverage on it, so it's gonna lay the colors on top much better than if it didn't have a primer color on it. And I kind of want to add these to my kit, but it's not as sanitary as some of the other ones that squeeze out. And so I'm going to grab some of my face powder. This is from Maybelline, and I'm just pressing that on top of the primer just so that the colors don't skip. This is Wedge, not Soft Brown, by MAC. And I'm going to do the same old if I can find my brush. I'm just gonna add this on the crease. So the way this look usually, the way I see it be done is it's really about like that like blended out, blurred out brown smoky eye. To add a little bit of warmth, I'm adding texture onto the lid in those areas. I'm bringing it on the inner corner too. I just drink tea and I never drink caffeine. And I feel all like a little too energized, and I'm not used to it, and I need to go to the gym now just to let it all out. I'm just kind of going back and forth. Really nothing about this is really particular. For my lid, I'm using the color Twinks, and I'm going to put that, oh, boo, 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 boo. I'm using Handwritten. It's my go-to color. I love Handwritten. What was the color that I bought recently? It was Sketch. But that's in a pan and I need to find it. So Handwritten's going all over my lid. And I did the eyes first because with a smoky eye, the colors tend to drop a little bit more, especially if we're using a matte. And so I wanted to make sure that the face was cleaned out later. So I'm dipping a little bit into the Handwritten with another fluffy brush, and I'm going to go onto the edge of that color and blend it out. Alright, most of the color is placed, but I'm just going to go back in with another layer with my flat brush and really lay down the color on the lid. So that's very smoked out. I'm still just going to very gently blend out the edge with one of my favorite glitters. This is the pressed pigment from MAC. It says in Deeply Dashing. I kind of kill this color. I love it so much. I honestly, the best way to put it on is with your fingers. That's really it's the best way to do it. So I'm going to place that and just literally lay it on my lid all over where I put that Handwritten color. The cool thing about this color is that it has, I mean, it definitely has glitters, but they're not gold or like expected. Like with browns, usually like the glitters are gold. With this one though, the glitters are actually like in a silvery tone. So it kind of gives like a wet look, which I like a lot. And then also the nice thing about using your fingers is you can blend it out with your finger. So you don't really need another brush. Hopefully you guys can see how crazy that looks. I'm going to take, this is like a beige color. You can literally use like a face powder that's lighter than you, which I usually do too. And I'm going to put that underneath the brow. And then take texture again with that fluffy brush. Just make sure you blend that edge. I'm going to use my my Nivea Aftershave Balm all over my face. This stuff really helps my makeup last. And it also just gives me a really good like surface for my foundations. For my pores, I'm going to play with the Baby Skin again. I like putting the Baby Skin on when I'm going to the gym. For some reason, it just makes me feel better. I usually just leave whatever makeup I have on for the gym, and then sometimes, for the most part, I won't put on anything. I'll just like go right in the morning before I put any makeup on. But there are days where I'm just like, let me put this on. And what it does is it also mattifies my face too, so I just don't want it always to look shiny. Right, for foundation, I'm using my Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect. This is in 6 Sand Beige. I think that one pump is plenty. So I like to smear it like this. And then just put whatever I have on my face. And then take the butt of it so that it spreads out a little bit better. So Mac Daddy usually puts on like a full coverage foundation. He'll either use like Graftobian or any like, he usually uses Graftobian a lot. I think he uses NARS a lot too, but I know he just uses like a full coverage, so that's kind of what I'm going for right now. And then for my concealer, I'm going to go heavy with the concealer. So that's what I'm going to be using. This is Creamy Beige. This one is definitely lighter for my face. Whoa, put too much. Well, he does too. He does the V. And he does this. And he does all that. They do it all, boo. He also has a mustache and a beard, so some of the stuff I'm assuming he would do if he didn't. But take the butt of the foundation sponge and then it's going to help you out with blending the outer parts of the cheeks. For underneath my eyes, I'm going to use the Airspun. This stuff, you guys, smells awful. I really don't like it. But I don't know if I hate it that much to like return it. I'm still kind of playing around with it. But I'm going to use my sponge to go underneath my eyes as well. Just to set that area. And also to help my foundation last a little longer, I'm just going to tap a little bit around the areas that usually give me some problems. Alright, I went ahead and filled my brows and I did my lashes. These are the MAC 35s, and he uses these all the time. Right now, they're looking very high, but they tend to droop a little bit. Usually they actually lay really flat on me, but right now I must have put it on just right because they're looking like they're gonna surpass my brows. Now the lower lash line is where it's at. This is where it gets really, really Mac Daddy. Put in some of the texture. So this is the part where you don't want to be afraid to take it low. And I mean low. So I'm gonna put it really far down with that texture. And then I'm going to grab the Handwritten again. And then get it closer. So like the lower lash line, the best way to do it is by layering it. Just looks less like a stark line. It looks like a smoky eye. And then if you want to get just a little bit darker, which is usually what he does, I'm going to take Typographic, which is almost black, and then get that really close to the last. I always say close to the last line. I never say that right. Close to the lash line. Willie, okay. That was Willie, my dog, growling at me. So in true Mac Daddy form, I'm going to put a light liner. This is from Rimmel. It's the nude color. And I'm putting that on my waterline. This is like so... This is why I love his looks. They're very much like a look that I love to do too. And now with this mascara, this is the Lash Stiletto Mascara from Maybelline. I'm going to get really messy and clumpy with the bottoms because they need to match how dramatic the top ones are. So I might go in with a few layers. Now I get to work on the face, which is, I love watching him do the best, the most. It's like this beautiful piece of art that he does. So I'm first taking this bronzer. This is from the Tarte palette. I believe this is Park Avenue Princess, but I think there's two versions. Mine is the one that's more orange, way more orange. So I'm gonna tan the fuck out of my face. So he does it all around his forehead. I'm going to do it more like blush. He contours his nose too, which I've been doing lately and I like it. Just don't do it so much. The Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, I'm going to go in a little bit more, and then this is what I'm going to actually use to try to contour, just to get a more defined cut there. And then I'm taking some of the Airspun and my Beauty Blender again, and then I'm just going to take a little bit right there just to kind of cut it. You need to cut it. And then for blush, I actually don't really know what he uses for blush. I would imagine he uses a peach color because that's what I like to do. So this is the color Peaches by MAC. But Peaches I haven't used in a while. I don't know why. Just haven't pulled out my MAC palette in a while. For the highlight, I'm going to use my most shimmery highlight that I own. This is the Champagne Pop by Becca. And my little fan brush. Just put it right there. And he puts a ton. He actually also uses his own. These are like, what are they called? Those nice ones. Artist Couture something. And his are like very shimmery. I'm using the black just to bring it down more. Actually, what he also does is puts, I mean, a lot of the stuff like everybody does, but it's just like more about like this particular look that I'm trying to go off of. What he also does is put some shimmer on the inner corner, which I don't like to do because I like to do it, but it just doesn't look the way on me like I want it to look. Alright, let me clean my work. Really quickly, I'm just going to brush off some of the dust from underneath here. And then just kind of knock off any excess. Let me nude out my lips a little bit. This is one of my nudiest colors. This is Bear Doll by Wet n Wild. Yeah, this, definitely his color. And he loves his glosses. He loves his glossy lips, so I'm going to add some gloss. This is Enchantress. I believe it's discontinued. But literally any kind of peachy, shimmery gloss will do. Very Angel Merino. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, let me know if there's anybody else who you think I should be following, who inspires you, who gets you excited about makeup, who are makeup artists. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.